Hello, and welcome back to Hands of Fate 2. We have the star, the moon, and the sun. Let's start with the star, shall we? You might need to go back. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 gold medals to earn. But for now, the star.
The act of creation is really what I crave. You don't know what it is to sit in the seat of life and death, to know that the changes you make, the rules you create, trickle into the world and in turn change it.
Mages are opening gates of the underworld in the dark corners of the Empire. Close the portals before it is too late. The relic wish only death on their owner. Prepare to scourge life wherever you can. Keep your wits about you when dealing with magic and mages. The damned. What comes crawling from the portals, prepare for combat against the corrupted. Companion? Going with the Wanderer. Now I want to take this...
Even the Empire turns against itself.
I don't know what you said. We have new cards. I'm going to leave this behind. Fairy Ring. Feynman Schleim. Friendly Innkeeper. The Waterfall of Youth. Mayor of Farwater. Okay. Let's go with that. Supplies, of course, we're gonna go with food. Max health. I mean, it's only +5. It's not even that good as a bonus. Leather armor? Do we have any weapons we don't know anything about here? No, not really. I'm gonna be fighting mages though, so I'm gonna take the Worker's Hammer because I did like it a lot. Let's take you. Charge Bash, okay. Let us begin.
There is much that people meddle with that they ought not.
Hey, it's nighttime, that's cool. It's only a golden token. It's either win or fail.
The game. You have let it shape you. You may have the skills we need to face him, or you may die.
The village of Forced Ford gathers in the town hall to discuss the mage resurgence. While an elderly farmer is stood upon the stage, I saw it clear as day with my own good eye. An almighty swirling spiral, black and sparkling, came from take my corn. In our lives comes a hysterical shout from the back of the room. The caucus descends into pandemonium. The mayor tries to calm the assembly, but has little luck. A sobbing woman throws a chair at the window in a frenzied terror. Oh, wow. Okay. He could be lying intentionally, the mayor cites. Old Frank is very, very blind. We all know mages are around, and despite the Empire telling us they are merely tales, however, I've heard they're getting more dangerous, a sign of the times. The mayor tries to calm the assembly, but okay, let's begin the journey. The mayor stops you before you go, shaking off a screaming farmer. The Empire is off to the north somewhere. There's nobody to help us, I beg you. Calm the area, or anything suspicious. If you do, I will reward you. Mayor's blessing. You're unsure of where to start, but you know you must close the portal somehow.
Each tool represents part of the power that I once held.
On a lonely Imperial road there lies a dilapidated tavern known as the Black Cauldron. Inside you spy a group of mages huddling together in a dark corner of the tavern. They are gazing interruptedly as a dull copper goblet in the center of the table. Take the goblet away. The goblet is surprisingly heavy and takes some effort to lift off the table. Merely holding it sends a strange chill up your spine. You try to drop the artifact, but somehow it compels you to keep it. Consume 2 food instead of 1 while traversing the map. As you pocket the goblet, the mages suddenly stand and turn towards you. As one, they open their mouths to scream, an unholy sound that rattles the multi rafters. The pitch increases unrelentlessly, and you cover your ears in desperation. The sound rings on in your skull, in your chest, your knees buckle, and you collapse blindly on the ground. You wish desperately for the screaming to stop.
Games within games within games.
I need 3 sixes in order to win this, but yeah. Oh my!
Well done. You continue to impress.
Yeah, okay. As quickly as it begins, the screaming stops. When your eyes readjust the gloom of the tavern, you find only pile of ash where the mages had been. You look around, but the building is abandoned. Was it always empty?
They have begun an inquisition, yet it is too late now.
Across the path of a party of Empire soldiers, the commander stops to interrogate you. You there, what do you know about the portals? The commander scrabbles at your face. Of course you don't. You're clearly the peasantry. His eyes travel to your weapon. What are you doing with something so dangerous? Forfeit it immediately. No.
A simple weapon that clearly establishes your preferences for brutality.
We have this weapon already. Defiance angers the commander. Wish there was an event with my companion who works for the Empire to intervene here.
Whatever you're planning, now would be a good time to fill me in.
We kill people. Just whack him with a hammer, he'll be fine. Or dead. Both work for me, honestly. The lowly herald bounds from the bush and runs, terrified, into the distance. The Empire will learn what transpired here. Steel Knight. Okay, we gained an equipment. What do you do? Received from consumer food is increased by 50%. Yeah, sure. Let's go with the mask.
I have met spirits, gods, and death himself. I have no more respect for them now than when I believed them myths.
Oh, seriously, game?
And here is your reward. At least in potential.
Wait. Really?
To arms!
Wasn't difficult. Feeling doubt with the threat, the vengeful soldier, you turn to find Lucky Castle lying still behind the bench. Another warrior tosses over him.
Well done.
You discover Hassan to be wearing an item that might explain his recent run of good luck. Oh, we are equipping that. The sound of more Empire soldiers approaching, you decide to follow the Northerner's example and exit discreetly.
It is not too late to plan better.
Anonymous red glow emanates from the cave across the great Forstfold Lake. Keep exploring.
Gasping with each step, hoping to survive. Find food if you can.
You find a makeshift tent in the forest. From the tent comes an caucus cacophony of drunken merrymen and devious schemes. Snap, your foot breaks in a twig and the noises fall silent. Yeah, that was easy. A pair of Empire soldiers poke their heads out of the tent and gasp at your presence. Kill her, shrieks one, his mouth rigid with chocolate. The general can't know we're trading weapons for sweets here. Okay. Food! We can't actually take that. That curse was honestly terrible for me.
On my mark!
Oh, I'm used that. That was a good one. Not bad at all. A mage pokes her head out the tent and notices the dead bodies. Alright, look, we don't have time for this. Here. She throws a snack of something at you. Maximum health? Ooh, not bad. Food, thank you. 3 encounters. Need the healer there. See if you can actually destroy curses for me. Don't follow as the mage waves her arms at the tent, along with the mage as Surday disappear into the nothingness. 13!
Healing in a place like this always carries a price.
One must accept favorously of their accommodations in order to find refuge from the gods' ire, the woman says, as she places a small bow of free barks in front of you. Can you abandon your ego and thirst to redeem your poor fortress? Okay, what food do you have for me? Not a lot. I'm gonna purchase 3. As the night draws in, you return to the Rusty Razor. A proprietor greets you warmly. What can I provide your savor of the Rusted Razor? 1 food for 6 gold. Northern Shaman emerges from the tent. Okay. I don't know how we can actually remove a curse here. That's why you don't pick up cursed artifacts that are obviously cursed. Why? Why did you turn around? Really like this hammer. I feel at peace with it. Does a lot of damage. Can take down anything. Equipment, choose one from 2. Throw a bomb to deal 150 damage to corrupted to one area. Any corrupted cube explodes, causing a short stun. We need to destroy the armor of 15 armored corrupted. Okay. Okay, thanks for the food.
You have proven yourself worthy. Callus has ruled for 100 years, and in that time the Empire has become more brutal by the moment.
Stepping lightly, you appear into the cave, and just as old Frank had described, a great portal churns black as the night, sparkling with red lightning. Corrupted creatures crawl from the portal. The cursed goblet in your hand sack hums and pulses with energy, as though the portal calls for it. Oh, go for it. The portal churns with greater vigor until it explodes, releasing this energy. Okay, so actually that was a good thing that we took that goblet. Okay, do you guys have any armor?
You should not have crossed.
Don't know if that counts, but I like it. Oh, the curse still remains.
Comes consequence. Can you hold a dagger without being carved?
Investigating the curious radiance leads you to a cavern filled with candles. The statuettes look like monsters' teeth and flickering lights. In the depths of the cave, you find a young woman bound with a rope. A mage raises a dagger mercilessly over her heart. You cry out in protest, your voice echoing through the chamber. The mage looks up without a hint of surprise on his face. Ah, the hero has come. But what will she do? I require sacrifice either way. With the dagger poised above the maiden's heart, your hands are tied. What will you sacrifice to the gods? The mage licks his lips in anticipation. My goat? The mage instructs you to throw your goat in a deep cleft in the earth. The mage comes with exultation. The gods are satisfied. He unbinds the woman and offers you a dagger. Go disturb a portal if such things interest you, he says before blinking away. Roll life pain before every encounter. Oh my god, really? The dagger is uncomfortably warm, but you are compelled to keep it. The maiden bows gratefully, ask her about the portal. The magical doorways have been opening everywhere since the solstice. The maiden swishes her skirt like a little girl and giggles. I think the dagger will close it. It's powerful and dangerous. Let's get out of here. Northerners. Okay.
On my mark.
Stop hitting him.
We fight.
Okay, this could have gone better. It could have gone a lot worse as well. Equipment.
I'm sure you will find your own arenas to put this to work.
Okay, gonna keep this one. It actually is gonna be very helpful. Don't follow us. Equipment for equipment, food for equipment, equipment for food. What can I sacrifice here? I can sacrifice you. And I guess I'm gonna sacrifice you as well. Oh, that's so good. Blight of Terror. Okay. Belly clubs. We're keeping the hammer. I think it's very good, so... Let's go to the locked chest.
More evidence of the underbelly. To arms!
Okay. Thank you. Thanks for that as well. Okay, there goes one more. Good fortune. Not so good after all. Really? Yeah, let's reroll these two. Well, I guess that works. Find some equipment here in the secret compartment. Don't starve. Lose maximum life instead of taking starvation. Okay, let's go with that.
There is a reason the Empire has outlawed mages and their work. Magic can undo everything they have done.
The portal collapses and disappears into the ether, relinquishing its power. Was I supposed to gain a blessing or did I get hurt?
On my mark.
$52 damage, not bad. Not bad at all. Okay, more food.
Foursquare and solidly arranged.
As night falls, I heard the sound of digging coming from the cemetery. I spot, okay, a coven of mages with shovels. Steadfast, they dig until they hear a metallic clank sound. They are near their small disc in the moonlight. You can almost distinguish a pattern on its surface. Crouch behind the granite oak and wait to see what happens next. Nice. An apprentice arrives London with pies and cheese. The mages make themselves comfortable and enjoy their graveyard snack. Let's sneak up on them.
The pendulum is ever changing, and the challenges it presents.
Yeah, let's not go with the big one. Okay.
Nicely timed.
You lift a hunk of broken headstone above your head and launch it in the gravediggers. You manage to take some of the mages before they have the chance to arm themselves. The Skull Horde. Was that it? Really am disappointed. I was expecting more. The battle resolved, you turn your attention to the half-buried metal disc. You follow your hand's knee and dig. The pinnacle. Pentacle's Curse. Draw a cursed card before every... Oh my god!
I'm not a vain man. You must appreciate that this game, has been my focus for more years than I can count. I have a certain pride regarding its twists and turns.
Gambler's insurance. Discard 5 gain cards you receive on each level.
I would hope you know better than to keep counsel with the Fae. Those deals never work well for your kind.
In the depth of the forest, you find a young woman crying, her child tucked in her skirt. She tells you that her eldest has disappeared after ignoring her warning about the fairy ring. You notice a cycle of toadstools in the meadow nearby. You offer to help find her child. As you step into the middle of the ring, everything fades, your vision returns, but the forest is no longer the same. The trees are purple and the sky shines yellow, the bright blue sun. Treading through the strange forest, you encounter a bowen with a head too big for its own body. "I'm so hungry. Will you spare me some food?" he says. "Yeah, sure." Catch the twinkle in his eyes as you present him with a delicious feast. He munches on the bread roll. Whatever you do, if you see the faun, don't believe a word he says. He almost always lies. He says with his own mouth full. Walk a path, following a cheerful sound of a pipe instrument. You come upon a fork in the road where a faun plays. His pawn flew while clicking the hoofs about. "Can I help you?" he asks you. Inquire about the missing child. "Oh yes, about yay high, scuffy clothed. Yeah, he went that way," he says, pointing the path to the left. "So we go right." Turn lightly down the path and come to a magnificent castle. Drawbridge is lowered, so you walk inside. Many goblins and fairies gathered at the queen's court. Upon the throne sits the queen, a cherub with 4 faces and a serpent's tail. The first face is warmly faced, the second belonging to a panther, and the third the face of a goat, and the fourth is that of a swan. The queen opens all of her mouths and her voice echoes. "A mere mortal in my court? Why have you come? You explained you're looking for a missing child." She looks up to you and down, saying, "I will trade the child for one of your blessings." Okay. A goblin walks out of the chamber holding the hand of a small child. He escorts you to the child's another fairy ring and sends you on your way. You reappear in the meadow where the mother waits anxiously. You reunite the mother with her child. The mother embraces her child and thanks you profusely. "I will say a prayer for you every day." It's actually not bad for this map. I think we need to go here. Platinum cards have no effect. Empire's Inquisition.
Will you aid the Empire? Leave them lost, I say.
There's the portal. That's where we need to go. You are surprised and relieved to see that the sister greet you at the door, both fully grown adults. Jan greets you with an open arm and Yvette's skills in the corner. "Thank you for your assistance the other day. As promised, here the Rite of Veil. I've already filled it from the water." Okay. So painful. I gain 5 but I lose 10. Deadly Hunt.
Once I was the greatest of the mages. Few there were in those days. I sought only to serve, and thus I came to the throne of life and death.
You hide yourself over a neglected hedge to find a dilapidated manor house covered in vines, a red glow emanating from the cellar's window. The front door gives without much resistance. Nature has reclaimed what once was luxurious residence. Floors buckled by tree roots, walls covered in green moss. The floorboards crack ominously beneath your feet. 10 steps from the cellar door. You pray the floor doesn't give out. Okay. Cautiously lock to the cellar door and proceed down the stairs. A hellish vortex fills the space below the manor. You feel the heat of the mage's disc throughout your satchel. Monsters crawl their way out of the searing portals. In the turmoil, the disc chatters to the ground. The portal draws in and consumes it. The portal heaves, beats in arcane energy. With a biting explosion, it disappears into oblivion. Blight of Juggernaut. The Abomination. Corruption layered on top of corruption. A nightmare made of sickness and disease. Use Bash to break the Terror's armor and defeat them with a finisher before it regenerates.
2 arms.
What is this? Horror upon horror. Break it and run. You're mine. Hold them in the name of the Empire. Did you destroy this guy though?
To battle.
Can't see him. Oh, look at how this armor shatters beneath my hammer. Okay, that was weird. And we run. Okay, a bit of food. Oh no. Confidence, easy ability, hit required to change weapon, ability are reduced by 2. Quick dead.
If I was weak, it was the weakness of pride. Time has shown that to be well-founded, however.
Walk along a seashore of a dark stormy night. A lone ghost squawks overhead. Whichever way I go, I will need something. Drawn out by the clashing of waves, the rumble of sky, a coven of mages chants something low and ominous. Dark clouds gather overhead, a mage raises his scepter on the heavens. With a crash, lightning strikes the scepter. The mage falls down dead. The chanting increases in fevers as another mage steps up and leaves the scepter skywards. You approach the mages, move quickly to make space for you. The mage holding the scepter greets you, another believer seeking the scepter's light. Whatever was going to say next is cut short by a lightning and his subsequent death. Another mage takes the scepter, but instead of raising it to the sky, he passes it into your hands. The cavern watches you expectantly. Lead the scepter to the sky dragon. You squeeze your eyes just to raise the scepter over your head. Lightning strikes your scepter, and while light lifts your vision, energy consumes your arm. Your very insides feel like they're aflame.
Every failure in combat can be balanced by success on the table.
Why didn't you make a run for it, dude? I ask myself. Okay, I definitely did not like that. For trying to defend Hassan the Gambler, you saved Ring of Concentration. Next. The Ring of the Forest.
Carry on. Do what you will.
Let's try this again. It was very difficult. Especially the first curse. The rest of them we managed to deal with somehow. Clear and fill, don't care about the new encounters, just go.
Here we take a step back and touch upon the mystery. How did things come to change?
Can't I take food? Never mind. Just no. Really, it had to be on 3 or more. It wasn't difficult to do that. Okay, I'm gonna take the 3 food, please. Okay, there goes the first one. Oh, I have a bomb. It's lovely that they actually don't know what they are doing. Okay, I actually need that.
There's nothing possible without healing. You and I must heal more than ourselves. We must heal this world.
I need more food. This time I got lucky with that, but this time not so much.
There are no innocents in battle.
Wrong, but whatever.
Consider your actions carefully, if you would be worthy.
Okay, a little bit of food. That's very helpful. Band of perks, we can do that. Honestly, it doesn't matter what we choose. There's just an ogre. Ah, it's fine. Okay, easy enough. Oh, thank you for that. 10 food. That's gonna save me. Okay, there's the portal. That's the second one, isn't it? Oh, that was terrible. Really? Such a difficult mission, isn't it? Make a single mistake and you're almost dead. Into the water you go. Okay, not bad. Let's continue. Oof.
What an unfortunate time for your skills to leave you.
Yeah, that was 40 health.
Your artifact is empty now and will be of little use to you here.
Needs so much health though. Alright, that helped.
You might want to work on this.
Shut up.
Clearly you lack what it takes.
What the? That's not what I drew. I drew one card. Why did you give me two more? Oh. Well, I'm dead. Even if I do succeed in defeating them, which I doubt. What the hell are you doing? Aim for the one that's purple. Oh dear. Man, this is incredibly difficult. I didn't think it was gonna be that hard.
You should focus more on defense than offense, I think. The opportunity to strike back will always present itself.
Okay, let's try it again. Clear to what you can. Not gonna take the food this time around. Gonna take this one though.
Magic drifts across this land. Power has found its moment. Back to the bones. I hope you have learned to be their master.
Okay, this time it worked.
It is astounding what fame and the love of fame can lead to.
You got to be incredibly lucky.
Today, death drink deep.
Three pain cards. That seemed like a terrible idea. I shouldn't have done that. That's minus 30. Oh wow. No, I'm gonna survive this. Skulls and thieves. Wonderful. Oh, first and foremost, definitely drink some of that. Thanks for that. Well, at least we managed it this time. Okay, some food.
Next time, bring more food. The damage will persist unless you can find a meal to relieve yourself.
I'm gonna die anyway. Might as well try it. Doesn't matter, I was gonna die anyway.
Take the battle to them next time.
Oh, such a hard adventure. Okay then. Join me next time, we're gonna try again. So, that's gonna be it for me for today. Thank you all for joining me. Goodbye.